Hello friends, Tanya here with a video for Trinity Stamps, and this week we are going to make a lush summer evening scene. I'm going to combine a couple of stamp sets. We're going to start out with Buttercup Blossoms, and then we're also going to add the Cozy Cottage Porch. I'm going to pair this with a gel press print that I created a while ago. And first we're going to start with the Copic coloring. I stamped out the vines or the buttercup blossoms and the swing and the fence or porch fencing, and I'm going to quickly color the leaves, all of the leaves, with two different colors of green. I'll add the darker green at the bases and the lighter green at the tips and just blend that down. I'm only going to show you half of this large panel and then I will finish the rest off screen. We're also going to use a couple of other color combos. Here we've got a blue-green aqua color and a blue color combination. And I'm using, again, just darker at the base and lighter at the top of the flowers. I am trying to keep this coordinated with the porch swing that I already colored. And those are the same colors I used on those. There are coordinating dies that go with all of the images in both of these stamp sets. And I encourage you to take a peek at the all of the things that are included in the porch, what is it called? Cozy Cottage Porch stamp set. They're a cute little bear and all of these different elements that are perfect on a porch. There's a little lantern, there's a mailbox, there's a window, there are screen door. I've seen someone make a screen door. There's some plants, different options for how you situate the plants. There's a potting, like a window box and a big planter base. So many cute things that go with that stamp set. So many ways to use it. So I'm coloring the porch gate fence here. Railing, that's the word I keep looking for. Railing. And you can see here that my E35 marker is getting pretty dry. I'm going to show you the tip here. When it starts to get white like that or light colored, that means it's time to add some Copic refill to that. And here you can see the rest of those dies. We're just going to cut those out quick. And I did get that a little crooked, but it's not going to matter. I cut that gel press print in half, so I can use this Slimline Modern Embossed Panels die set. And I'm going to cut out a panel for the background. I do decide to use the next size smaller die to cut this because I had decided I wanted a white edge showing around that panel. Now I'm just staging this a little bit to make sure I like how it looks. And I'm going to adhere this background panel to the card front. And I do end up having to flip this over. I don't know about you, but when I make a card base, there's often just like a 1/16 of an inch or a 32nd of an inch bigger on one side than the other. And that's the one I like to make the front of the card. I'm using my heavy block to help put a little pressure on there while the liquid glue dries. And we're going to center the floral grouping from the Buttercup Blossom set. And then we're going to tuck in the railing from the porch because I want that to be part of the background behind the porch swing. I did put coaster blank pieces behind the Buttercup Blossoms and behind the swing, and the railing is directly adhered to the background panel. That background panel, I chose it because it looks like a nice sky-like background, and it coordinated with the porch swing that I had already colored. This is a sentiment from the Buttercup Blossoms. It says, "Thinking of you." And it fits perfectly above the porch swing. And I just think it fits the sentiment of this card really well. Front Porch Sitting is a lot of people's hot evening pastime, and it's so soothing. And why wouldn't you sit on your porch swing and think of your loved ones and your friends? That is the front of the card, and I decided we needed some of those buttercup blossoms on the inside of the card. And there's many configurations of these blossoms in the stamp set, and I do really like these corner details. I colored those the same way as the big bunch on the front, and I'm going to add a little bit of this liquid pixie dust to add a little shimmer and shine to those flowers. I really like to do that. It adds a little pop to your flowers, makes them a little extra special, makes them really stand out on your card. And I am really partial to blue. I like that this has teal and blue, or aqua and blue on it, along with the green pillows to add a little extra coordination with the leaves. And here you can see the shimmer from the liquid pixie dust. We're going to adhere these directly to the inside of the card, one in the corner here, and I am debating on if I want to add this to the lower or the upper corner. I decide to go with the upper corner, and then the sentiment I pick fits perfectly along the bottom edge in the space that remains. And this says, I think it says, let me look. Kind thoughts are flowers from the heart. I think that really goes well with the thinking of you sentiment. And a slimline card wide open does fit in the original Misty. You just have to be a little careful when you're closing the lid to make sure that it's not tipped, the back panel isn't tipped up a little, otherwise it gets caught in the hinges. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black here, and I am adding that to the bottom. I do end up getting a little bit of black ink on my pinky finger, and I transfer it to the inside of the card. I am able to fix that with a little sanding block, and you would never know it's there. Now I've decided to pull out the brand new gems from Trinity Stamps. This is I end up going with the Andradite Sparkle and the Sparkling Sapphire. That is the green and the bright blue, like a cobalt blue, which is about the color of my car. Yeah, it is about the color of my car. I love that color. I've had 2 cars that color. Love it. All that sparkle. I love the way these gems have that iridescent coating on them. It really adds a lot to the front. Then I pull out the Slimline Envelope Builder and the Envelope Builder add-on because I want to make the opening on the wide edge. We're going to tuck this in the Misty. This is the front, the panel that is the front of the card, or the base of the envelope. And I'm going to use that same large cluster of blossoms from Buttercup Blossoms, and use this Hero Arts Ombre Reactive Ink. I think it's Spring Day is the name of it. And I'm going to add that to the front of the card. These colors match the rest of the theme of the card, and I want this envelope to be decorated, but I want it to be super simple and easy to do. I love to make a coordinating envelope. I think it really finishes off a product or a project. And I love that Trinity Stamps has all of these envelope builder sets. Maybe someday I'm going to have to ask for and see if I can get an envelope builder for an A2 card. I know there are lots of ways to make A2 envelopes, but there's just something about the envelope builders that Trinity Stamps makes. And there are 3 sizes right now. It's Slimline, Mini Slimline, and the A7. I am really enjoying all of the A7 projects, and I had to resist the urge to make only A7 projects in this month. So here's a slimline. Don't be surprised if the next video shows another A7 or 5x7 project. Actually, I want to see if I can convert this project into a 5x7. I wonder how many sizes we could come up with. Have to check my Instagram to see if I've discovered any ways to convert this design to that size. So we're going to fold up the largest of the two flaps, and that is the bottom. And then the top, I will add a strip of tape, the double-sided tape, so that it can be peeled when it's time to seal the card. So I did add that image both to the flap and to the front of the card. And this card slides in there perfectly. Even though it has a lot of depth, there's enough space in this envelope to easily contain it. Let me know what you enjoyed about this project. What was your favorite component? Was it the ombre stamping? Was it the Copic coloring? Was it the layout or the new gem tones? If you haven't seen those, check them out. And give this video a like. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please take a moment and do that now. And if you're interested in any of the products that were used, check the description box below. Until next time, bye-bye.